Good morning, and welcome to St. Peter's Episcopal Church in downtown Salisbury, Maryland. I'm Daniel Cherrix, the Director of Music, and this is our Hymn of the Day. Evidently, the Hymn of the Day did not broadcast yesterday, so I'm repeating Hymn 420, When in Our Music God is Glorified. This was requested by Jane Morgan, who is part of the leadership team in our newly formed choir school of the Eastern Shore. She requested it for last Wednesday, a week ago today, which was the inaugural session of the choir school, that the choir school started last Wednesday. She requested it, and I forgot it. So here we go. The third time, hopefully, will be the charm, and you'll be able to hear this, and we'll have fulfilled her very thoughtful request. This hymn, When in Our Music God is Glorified, was written by Fred Pratt Green. The tune is called Engelberg, and it's published in 81 hymnals. Now, Fred Pratt Green was probably one of the best-known contemporary British hymn writers. His name and writings appear in practically every new hymnal and hymn supplement wherever English is spoken. He was born in Liverpool, England in 1903 and was an ordained Methodist minister. He wrote this at the request of a fellow named John Wilson. He wrote the text in Norwich, England in 1971. It was intended for use with the tune Engelberg by Charles Stanford at a London conference of the Methodist Church Music Society. This hymn is the only hymn in Christendom that explains the reasons for church music while simultaneously offering alleluias to God. The various stanzas deal with our humility and performance, stanza 1, the aesthetics of musical worship, stanzas 1 and 2, the history of church music, stanza 3. The final two stanzas present a biblical model, stanza 4, and a quote Psalm 150, stanza 5. The content of the hymn centers on the power and necessity of church music. Green, like the famous reformer Martin Luther, believes that music is an integral part of our faith practice. He also he boldly states that music can open new dimensions that bring profundity to our lives, deep, deep meaning to our lives. All people, he says, who have a voice should lift it in song. All people should lift it in song, not just a few, but all. The text is Engelberg. That was written by Charles Villiers Stanford, who was Irish but spent most of his life in England. He was educated at Cambridge. I think during his undergraduate education became the organist for Trinity College, Cambridge. He was a founding professor of the Royal College of Music. He taught such we'll call them modern luminaries as Gustav Holst and Ralph Vaughan Williams, Frank Bridge, and all of those went on to surpass him in fame, but he was their teacher. Also about that tune, it was written as an alternative tune for all the saints, which is fairly interesting. It was written for all the saints, rather than for all the saints, which is a tune that was harmonized by his student, Ralph Vaughan Williams. All right, here we go. When in our music God is glorified. I encourage you to either take your hymnal 1982, or another hymnal probably has it in it also. But take your hymnal 1982, turn to page 420, or go on to the Facebook page and of St. Peter's and look at yesterday's posts, and this hymn will be right there. Thank you for being here. And thank you to Jane for suggesting this for our inaugural day of choir school. So there you have Fred Pratt Green's text, When on Our Music God is Glorified, sung to Charles Villiers Stanford's tune, Engelberg. Thank you for being here. At noon, we will have a service of Holy Eucharist and Healing. I hope you'll join us for that. And tomorrow at 11, Taylor Harvey will be at the console. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.